The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Today, we have an NFC fighting storm between the Washington Commanders and the Chicago Bears.
Carlos Santos to kick off for Chicago.
The moment these NFC teams have waited for all season long. We're away in Wild Card Weekend. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. Offense out now to get us started. It's 1st and 10. First carry here for the rookie out of Washington State. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Moving Hippolyte the second, able to bring him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Play action now. Daniels. And he goes down. The Bears got him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
And now this defense is on that sack board and sets up a pretty good chance here on 3rd down. It's a little bit like blood in the water with sharks when it comes to taking sacks. You can feel it as a quarterback. Once that defense gets one, they're hungry for another.
3rd and long for Daniels. Forced out to his right. He's making a bid for it. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep him on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
Perhaps a little misplaced sense of urgency on their opening drive. We'll find out together, and they're going for this from their own side. They bring McLaurin in motion right. Now Daniels on 4th down. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on down.
Kate, I don't know what the punter did to hurt people's feelings, because I think the reasoning was pretty clear. They were going to go for it. There's not going to be a punter that touched the field. Not an advisable mindset now as they turn it over in their end of the field.
Only 2 yards. And it brings up 2nd and 8.
He's brought down at the
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Now trying the right side with Edwards. Delivers a cutback. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
I can assure you of one thing. That carry just brought some extra work in the opening quarter. You couldn't script that run any better.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And they'll make this stop after a small push to the 5. They're 3 yards closer to the end zone. Here comes 2nd and goal.
brings up 2nd and goal.
Williams with a quick pass out wide. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. No doubt about it, Brock. They are trying to take him out of this game from the start. And a touchdown on the opening drive, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, this is one of those situations, Kay, where you and I up here in this booth, we can hear it and we can feel it. This crowd senses an opportunity to dig those opponents an early hole that before long might become the grave their season rests in if they don't respond.
Commanders, nothing. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Here's a return from the 7. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
Takes over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Trying the right side. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Throws into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Will be just yards from a touchdown as they take over inside the 5.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was a practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears parlay the interception into points. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bears drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Commanders, nothing. Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Return starts at the 3. Keeps away from 1.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Run the set.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes 1st and 10.
Tap the 60. Check. Ready.
Hand off to the back. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5.
Let's go now.
Back to the well again. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet. But if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
It's Krosky Merritt on 3rd. And that one's held up just before he can get the last bit he needed. It's going to be 4th and short.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
The Commanders ready for the punt. It'll be Tress Way doing the honors. Brings it in at the 12. He gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20.
At their own 23-yard line.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Edwards. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Offense to the line fast.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Edwards on the shotgun handoff. Through the middle. And this will reach the opposing 25-yard line.
Anytime you get that chunk of yards, gosh, you can just feel it in the stadium. It just changes the whole complexion of the drive. They're now set up beautifully in enemy territory to end this series with points.
One quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. Our score, 14-0. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Bears football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Pass caught at the 9-yard line. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
In the red zone now. That is caught. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears take a 20-zip lead. It's a roll the dudes, a touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
That one splits the uprights, and the Bears stretch their lead to 21.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Starting from the 5. Showing a little burst so far. And he's out of bounds. This is a great start for them, already on their opponent's side of the field.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out in a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone. I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Buffalo 18. 69.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Into the hands of Terry McLaurin. A pickup of 17. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
That's good for Washington. First down.
Hey, check that street. Ready?
Here's the one back on the handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Nothing doing on second. They get to him behind the line. Now it's going to be third and longer. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something, an injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of the series, quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Here he goes, third and long. He has the first over the middle, and they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
Commanders first down.
From the red zone on first. Bears getting close, and they're going to take him down. And that side draws him in the wrong direction, partner, ahead of this second down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two. You know, quarterbacks aren't always the one dishing out punishment, but when they take it and they deliver a throws of growth, when they deliver a ball right on target just like that, and the respect factor grows 100-fold with your teammates.
Third and long for him here. Throw caught at the 6. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. They'll set up here for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders get it back to a 14-point game.
Commanders 7.
The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. He's content to keep it there in the end zone. They'll start their drive at the 35.
35-yard line.
Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Williams escapes the pocket, and they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And after one play, this drive might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Even though there's a lot of game time left here, Kate, this just feels like a must for the defense. A little bit of desperation. You cannot allow this offense to find the end zone again, in a massive sack on 1st down. Well, that's the right way to begin this series defensively.
Following the sack, they need a big chunky yards here, Brock. It is 2nd down and very long. Williams off the play fake. Will put everything he's got behind it. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Just cannot afford right here, Kate, to go 3 and out. Not when you watched your counterpart score a touchdown. Got to cling to that lead and find a way to convert this 3rd down. It's a big one. And cut off some of the mojo from the other side.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Williams from the gun. He's trying to go deep again. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not 2 hands that got on the football.
He fields this at the 18. They found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. Just a minute 50 remaining now, Brock, as we've hit our 2-minute warning. More from Soldier Field after this. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Hit! Bronco 80. 79 Broncos. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Now they send their back in motion right.
Ready.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Finds him over the middle. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. Now Daniels off the play action. Flushed out of the pocket. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
Geez, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Mustang 19, 60 Maverick, 60. Here we go. 70 Razor, Dragon 60.
Daniels back to throw. It's caught by McLaurin. Running down the left side. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders making a 1-score game before halftime. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. Looking to tack on the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Commanders chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Commanders 14.
And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
35-yard line.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Edwards. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11. At the 34
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Complete right side. Burton has it. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
12 yards.
12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st down, Williams. Chased out to his right. Drops this one off to Edwards. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. Looking quickly here. Working from the gun, Williams. Connects with the open man downfield. He's going to be stopped, but not before dealing some damage. He's down to the 12. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has it well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Here's Williams again. That one hits the ground, incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out. So a big self-inflicted error as that personal foul moves the ball forward quite a bit. So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal. Sticking in the air, it's Williams. Drops it underneath, Swift. And that is a big hit right after that catch. So the play limited to maybe just a couple yards. Again, it's Williams. He's got it. And in for the Chicago touchdown. The Bears will add to their lead at the end of the half. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball. Everyone. You start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Fields this one at the 3. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down.
Back to 60.
Back to throw it. Gets it to him on the screen. This one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our wild card game gets underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Some nice field position here. Bears getting set. 1st and 10. Third quarter's going to start with a run by Edwards. Along the sideline, past midfield. Along the sideline, inside the 25. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset. So a massive gain, and all of a sudden, we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Sticking with Edwards here. Now even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Kane Medrano makes the play. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready.
Hand off now from the gun. And they send it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
That run right there, that kind of feels like your missed opportunity defensively. Got him backed up, and you played it well enough to contain the run, but you didn't play it well enough to damage the run.
18 rattle.
Putting the tight end in motion.
Ready.
Play action now with Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
In by Lane. And this one doesn't go far.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Their punter making his way out now. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And he gets it away from his end zone. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10.
What is left?
The toss, left side, Edwards. And it looks like they did about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Handoff headed right, it's Edwards. Ooh, they're on that one. Second down's going to end up in a loss of yards. Offense in the hurry up here.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1 brings up 3rd and 8.
Third down, here's Williams. He throws a bullet down the left sideline. Has it left side, Brock, but the throw carried him too close to that edge. They're going to say he brought it in out of bounds. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Wow, tremendous punt here. This one's looking great, angling towards the sideline. This one carries out of bounds. Not the greatest field position awaiting them. It's spotted at the 11. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Here we go, set. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
This gets up past the 20. This winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. The big play nets them 17 yards. And that's good for a Washington first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Here's Daniels. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it, because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. Second down. Play action. Williams. falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
Vegas, Vegas! Yes, 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 yes!
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Connects on the crosser. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. Santos' kick is good, and that makes this a 3-score game.
It's better for kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Ready? 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles!
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. Diving right side. Got it! Moving quickly, trying to get set.
And the Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 48.
The gun, they'll give it to him inside. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
That's caught. It's McLaurin downfield. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
Washington first down. 38 yards on the play. 1st down, Commanders.
We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. The Commanders with it, facing the end of their postseason as they trail. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
Let's go! Viking 18! Go!
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Red! Hawk 70! Hawk 70! 60 Vikings! 60 Vikings!
Out of the gun, Daniels. Bails out of the pocket quick. This is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders get it back to within 2 possessions. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. That one right down the middle. And the Commanders cut the lead down to 10.
21.
That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's brought down just inside the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Running behind center with Edwards. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
To throw is Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get across the 25 before stepping out.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
About set. This is 3rd and 5.
What is it?
Williams from the gun. Connecting with his back here, Swift. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be first down, Chicago.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Williams on first down. Escapes the pocket. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Here's a give inside to Edwards. Nothing doing up the middle there, Brock. He goes outside, picks up 5. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now Williams. Complete beyond the marker. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And it'll be first down Bears.
1st and 10.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day 1 install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas. Angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
He finds a Dunze downfield. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. It's a Roma Dunze touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Santos now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bears take a 3-possession lead.
38. Commanders 21. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Daniels. His target, that's Lane. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Offense up to the line fast.
That's good for a Commanders.
Daniels now on first down. Buying some time right. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better and make it another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
19, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
From the gun, it's Daniels. Throwing the out route complete. Shoves him off. And he's out of bounds at the opposing 15-yard line. How about a big hitter? 34 yards there and a new set of downs.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
Couldn't find a completion on first down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you, you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Ready? 19.
To Throw again on second down. Daniels on the move, headed right. He tucks it and takes off. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Daniels throwing on third. Buys time, rolling right. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Even the best of them can be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
Let's go now. Top 19. 19 clock, driving 60.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on fourth down. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Edwards and running right. And this defense bringing the hammer down, driving him backwards to the 9.
You know, we love to talk about corners, those corners that both love to tackle and cover. It's kind of the same thing with these defensive ends. Most of them love sacks. They love rushing the quarterback. But those that run down a toss play like that, they separate themselves from others.
It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Bears can rest easy with a 3-score lead. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Off the play fake, Williams. Buying some time left. One's cut along the left sideline. The 50. 30. Luther Burden. Touchdown, Chicago. The Bears put up even more points in a win. Santos now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bears make it a 24-point ball game.
Bears 45, Commanders 21.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Returning it from the 4. Things going well so far. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return. And they're starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Daniels. Short pass brought in. When this gets close to the red zone, he is inside the 25. Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running.
And the Washington first down. A 41-yard gain.
1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
70 range, 19 tight, 19, and up 79 Broncos, 70 Lions, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats, ready.
Defense showing blitz. Daniels forced out to his right. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion is a part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And he will not score, but that does set him up, Brock, with 1st and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Drawn up here for Daniels. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Commanders making the scoreboard look a touch better. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. His 4th total score of the game. getting out to his left. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead.
Commanders 27.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. And the Bears get this kick, and that spells the end of this ball game. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Now try the right side with Edwards. Into the red zone. And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. You got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. They'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll be happy about where they're about to take the field. He's up to the 35 on the return.
At their own 35-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Chased out to his right. Finds a man, right side. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already in enemy territory.
First down.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, ready.
Daniels on 1st down. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Cougar 19.
Empty backfield now. Running back motions out left.
Let's go.
2nd down and 10. Daniels trying to push deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders putting up points in a game decided. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game.
Washington will line up with a
Smash.
2-point
Hawk
conversion.
70, Hawk 70. Panther Street, Panthers.
Keeping it on the ground. And he is going to get in. That's going to cut a couple more off of that lead.
Commanders
You thought they were going to throw it, didn't you, Kate?
Could you tell? I did. I thought for a moment they might have been setting up to throw, but they stick to the ground. They run it in for 2.
Yeah, I think everybody in the building, because there's all these pretty pass plays, all these creative designs, but don't ever get away from the simplest form of football, and that's running it right down your opponent's throat.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Ready.
They bring McLaurin in motion right. Rolling on 1st down. Daniels toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders get it back to within 2 possessions. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
And send the receiver left. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Zay Frazier has it. He's at midfield. The 30. Hits the 20. Gets the 10. At the 5. And that is 2 points the other way as he takes the pick the entire way back. Well, time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. And the Bears get this kick, and that spells the end of this ball game. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Chicago bringing the offense to the line. It's 1st and 10. Trying it left side with Edwards. And he's got the first down for the Bears, Buck, and that should clinch them this win. So the Bears come away.